Both of these contestants come from well-known families with famous fathers. They have their own talent, but tonight they're on their own, going head-to-head in this week's episode of Fox Sports, The Home Game. Hey, hi, how are you? I'm your host, Chris Myers, from my home to yours, from ours to yours, from coast to coast. And thanks for joining us. Had a little fun with sports trivia, and you, the studio audience out there, can be our audience at home and try to guess along with our contestants. Two contestants, multiple choice. The questions, as they get tougher, the points are higher, and you're never out of it at the end in our final round. So if you're ready, let's meet our contestants. Well, he's called 6 Super Bowls, a 22 World Series, 7-time Emmy Award winner, the voice of Quarantine Calls. Say hi to Joe Buck. Joe, how are you? Nice to see you.
I'm good, buddy. It's good to see you, and it just makes me smile with you, with the whole game show microphone, and you are so in your element. I'm so proud of you.
Yeah, I don't usually walk around the house with this microphone and coat. Well, yes, I do, and Joe knows. So let's meet your contestant that you're competing against. Born in Los Angeles, an actor. He was named in 2002 one of People's 50 most beautiful people. Joe, you and I, not even honorable mention. You've seen him in movies like Walk of Shame, TV shows like Dawson's Creek, Rules of Engagement, and Nashville. Nice to have Oliver Hudson joining us here on Fox Sports, The Home Game. And Oliver, it's good to see you. How are you, sir?
Great to see you. I'm doing great. I love the throwback mic to the Bob Barker era. Very nice. Great touch.
And
Joe, you shaved and you've coiffed your whole situation here. I have. Yeah, you're trying to look sexy. Not working.
Let me ask you this, Oliver. Did that introduction upset you at all, since splitting up together wasn't even mentioned?
Well, now you're competing, and Oliver, I know you're doing a podcast with Joe Buck, and I can say I've worked with Joe very closely a lot of years, and I can say really sincerely, it's no big deal. But good luck on the pod. No, the podcast is terrific. Real quick, yeah, daddy issues, right? Oliver is one of the things you guys, you and Joe have going on the podcast.
Yeah. You know, I've been listening to podcasts for a while now. There's a lot of mommy stuff. There's not a lot of daddy stuff, you know. And Joe and I come from sort of a unique situation, and just talk about all things dads, being a dad, you know, being a son, being a brother. You know, it's very male, and we've been having a great time. We've had some great guests so far too.
Yeah,
so it's been
Mark Hume was terrific, and look forward to more with Joe. So here you go. If you're ready, and we asked Joe who we wanted to compete against. We tried Oliver Stone, we tried Oliver Lux, so we ended up with you. But here we go. Round one, you two competing against each other. These are worth 1 point for each correct answer. And the topic in the news, Oliver, this is for you. The New York Liberty recently took Sabrina Ionescu with the number 1 pick in the WNBA draft. Where did she play college basketball? A, Oregon, B, Cal, C, Stanford, or D, Coolidge College?
okay.
Where did she play college ball?
Stanford.
Stanford, and that is incorrect. The correct answer, Oregon, the only player in NCAA history, male or female, to reach 2,000 points, 1,000 assists.
I knew this.
1,000 rebounds. It's all right. Okay, so Joe has the chance to take the early lead. Joe, your good friend Eddie Vedder, at least that's what you keep telling us, he's been in the news recently. Together at Home, a benefit concert. His band Pearl Jam releasing their latest album, Gigaton. What was Pearl Jam's original band name? A, Gary Payton, B, Greg Maddux, C, Mookie Blaylock, or D, Aerosmith?
Mookie Blaylock.
That is correct. All right, Joe takes a 1-0. Was that too easy for you, Joe?
Yeah, Mookie Blaylock.
All right,
splitting together.
1-0 lead, Buck. Here, Oliver, this for you. Fox Sports' own Rob Gronkowski, coming out of retirement after being traded to the Buccaneers. He hosted WWE's WrestleMania 36 in April. What championship did Gronk win at WrestleMania 36? A, WWE Championship, B, 24/7 Championship, C, Intercontinental Championship, or D, Thumb Wrestling Championship?
So what was A again?
A was WWE Championship.
I think it was the 24/7.
Hey, that is correct. All right, he's on the board.
Yeah, we just interviewed Rob Gronkowski and his brother Chris the day before he announced his coming out of retirement. So I had a leg up on that one.
All right. Yeah. Joe did. All right, we got a tie game, Joe. Here we go. The World Series of Poker announced it will be postponed until the fall. This is something Oliver's familiar with. How long, he actually played in this, how long did Oliver last in the 2005 World Series of Poker? It was the main event. A, final table. B, finished top 50. C, finished top 500. Or D, eliminated after one hand.
D, eliminated after one hand.
That is correct. You don't even hesitate. That is correct. All right.
Yeah. That was a bad moment.
What a loser.
Joe Buck has the 2-1 lead, and Wilkins. Oh, look, he takes the victory sip as he's ready to be very casual there. All right, Oliver.
What's in there, Chris?
Yeah.
We never know. All right, stick around. It's a Buck up on Hudson here. Round 2, the questions will be about everything from a Raider to a Ram to a rapper. You at home can guess along as well with Joe, Oliver, Chris Myers, and you. It's Fox Sports, the home game, and we'll have more in a moment. Nice to have you watching Fox Sports, the home game with Joe Buck and Oliver Hudson. Chris Myers continuing as we're into round 2. Joe with a narrow 2-1 lead. So we'll start with Joe. The category is Daddy Issues. All right, that's the name of your podcast that we mentioned here. These questions all about fathers and sons. Joe, little Romeo, a.k.a. Romeo Miller, played basketball for USC, University of Southern Cal. I know you just like to hear me say that. Who is his famous rapper father? Is it A, Master P, B, Snoop Dogg, C, LL Cool J, or D, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
Well, I have nothing witty to say about any of this. I do not believe it is Snoop Dogg. This kid is Snoop Dogg's kid. I think that kid is a receiver and went to UCLA potentially. I'm going to go with Master P.
That's correct.
And yes, look, even the competitor. Yes, remember it was an agent for Ricky Williams with the Saints back when he came out of college. All right, so it's a 3-1 Joe Buck lead. Oliver, here we go.
Okay.
For you, former Raider running back Justin.
Wait, whoa! It's 4-1, Myers. That was a 2-point question. I was up 2-1. 2 plus 2.
Relax.
Oliver, I got the text. I tried to keep it close, but Joe, he does this for a living, so you're not going to sneak a score by him.
I know.
All right, it is 4-1. Right, don't worry, they'll see it on the big time scoreboard. Oliver, former Raider running back Justin Vargas has a dad who played for what famous TV character? A, Mr. Spock, B, Huggy Bear, C, Fonzie, or D, Homer Simpson?
He played. Wait, I didn't hear. He played for.
Yeah, he had a dad. His dad played a famous TV character.
Oh, okay.
Vargas. So was his dad Mr. Spock, Huggy Bear, Fonzie, or Homer Simpson?
Fonzie.
Right. I'm canceling.
I don't know this.
How
stuff.
can you not get this? It's laid out for you in front of the whole world. Listen to the choices. Do some math.
Well, the answer is Huggy Bear from Starsky and Hutch. That's his dad.
Can you give him a point to make him feel better about himself?
You guys, I'm not a baby boomer. Okay, I'm a different generation.
Shut up.
What are you, Z, X?
Starsky and Hutch. I mean, I was swimming in a testicle at that point.
What were the other choices? Homer Simpson, who's animated.
I know that.
Arthur and Henry Winkler, Arthur Fonzarelli. I mean, come on.
All right.
Joe, just go use some more dry shampoo and come back.
It's only a 4-1 game, but Joe has a chance for more here. By the way, Huggy Bear, you remember his uncle Yogi. You could have got that one. All right, Joe, here you go. Rich Post is the assistant director of food and beverage for the Dallas Cowboys. Who is Rich Post's rapper's son? He has hit songs Psycho and Circles. A, Lil Yachty, B, Post Malone, C, Kendrick Lamar, or D, Tim Brando?
God.
I don't want to say Tim Brando so badly.
And he would love that if he
he
text
would.
himself to watch. All right, it's a 2-run. You would get a 2-run advantage. You're already up 4-1. It had 2-1.
Yeah. My answer is C.
Kendrick Lamar?
No.
That's incorrect. It's Post Malone.
No, Kendrick Lamar's a kid. I deserve every bit of criticism I just gave you, all.
Post Malone. See, I knew that one.
All right. Well, that's why we mixed the questions up to make it difficult. All right. Here you go. Oliver, you could get to within one.
Okay.
Bob Marley's son Rohan Marley played linebacker for which school? Miami, FSU, Alabama, or Kansas A&M?
Miami. I know this one.
Very good. All right.
I know this one.
Even though Oliver right now is in a PhD program at Cannabis University.
All right. I knew you'd have something for that one, Joe. All right, here we go. It's a 4-3 game. Let's go back to Buck. And in his roots, James Laurinaitis played linebacker for 7 years for the St. Louis Rams. His father was part of what famous pro wrestling tag team? A, the British Bulldogs, B, Demolition, C, the Road Warriors, or D, Tom and Jerry?
I'm going to go C, the Road Warriors.
And that is correct.
As much as I want to say Tom and Jerry, and my 2-year-old boys are in love with Tom and Jerry, which means we're doing something right in this household, I love James too much to get that question wrong or even play with it.
All right. That's a Tom and Jerry, a classic. All right, Oliver, here we go. It's 6-3. You need this one.
I do.
Finish this quote from this is in your wheelhouse, the 1999 football movie Varsity Blues. James Vanderbeek's character tells his father, I don't want A, to wait for our lives to be over, B, to play football, C, your life, or D, more cowbell.
Wait, I don't want. What was it? I don't want.
And then here you finish it.
Right.
I don't want, is it to wait for our lives to be over, to play football, your life, or cowbell?
See your life.
And that is correct. All right. Joe, is that too easy for you?
But I do like the Dawson's Creek.
Hollywood script.
I like the Dawson's Creek reference though, because it was I don't want to wait for our lives to be over. That was the theme song.
Coming up, it's a 6-5 game. At least you guys are keeping it close. Questions from Goonies to Naked Gun to Mike Tyson when we continue with these guys and you watching at home on Fox Sports, The Home Game. Nice to have you watching Fox Sports, The Home Game, or however you're watching with Joe Buck, Oliver Hudson, I'm Chris Myers as we enter into round 3. Joe,
before we hit round 3, Chris, when do you have to get the Emmy back to Al Michaels?
I know you have 7 of these, so don't act like a big shot. That one I got at a garage sale. It went from Gene Rayburn down to Drew Carey. And, I live in a bunch of big stars in the neighborhood. So
Is that real?
So, yeah, it's real. Yeah. But my name's not on it.
I mean, that was really Drew Carey. Shut up.
No, it's not Drew Carey's. All right. Here we go. Oliver, we're going to start with you. Round 3. These are worth 3 points, so you can surge ahead of Joe Buck. And these are questions about athletes and movies and TV. So this is called Know Your Role. Oliver, Pro Football Hall of Famer Deacon Jones and several other former Los Angeles Rams had roles in what 1978 movie starring Warren Beatty? A, Heaven Can Wait, B, North Dallas 40, C, Friday Night Lights, or D, Snakes on a Plane?
My mom used to date this man. Let's go with Heaven Can Wait.
Yeah, very good. All right. The Rams played the Steelers in that movie. Yes, very good. All right. So he ties it all together with the family, Joe. Isn't that nice? And it helps him take the lead.
Yeah. I mean, if you're still going to start asking Hollywood questions with his family, there's a chance that one of them dated somebody that you're going to ask. I am really in trouble here.
All right, but come on, you know Hollywood. You're Joe Hollywood. That's your middle name. So this one for you, Joe. We talked NFL draft. What former #1 overall pick played the memorable role of Sloth in the 1985 movie The Goonies? A, Ed Too Tall Jones, B, Bubba Smith, C, John Matuszak, or D, Baker Mayfield?
John Matuszak, I believe.
Yeah, very good. Right on. Oh,
yeah. I think he was also in a movie called Caveman when they had I think they had multiple X-raters in that. So he was obviously going for that whole acting thing. He was kind of typecast.
He fit first pick 73 draft Houston Oilers, but with the Raiders won a couple of Super Bowls, and yes, he continued to enjoy movie roles. All right, so now it's a 9-8 Joe lead over Oliver, but Oliver, your turn. Kate Hudson, right? Your sister starred in the 2006 comedy You, Me, and Dupree. What famous athlete makes an appearance at the end credits? A, Lance Armstrong, B, John Elway, C, Wayne Gretzky, or D, Shooter McGavin?
Honestly, I've never even seen this movie.
Really?
Not, and I can only say Lance Armstrong because she dated him and he's friends with Owen Wilson.
Wow, very good.
Your Honor, I rest my case.
Pulling that out of the hat, literally.
These are all questions, and one of my family members has dated. Joe was actually right about
He's got but you have a lot to remember, as he said. So you're keeping this together very well, Oliver. By the way, your sister was terrific in Almost Famous, Penny Lane, and also Rock the Casbah with Bill Murray, kind of a sneaky role. All right, Joe, now you're trailing, so a chance to get back out in front. In the 1988 movie The Naked Gun, who was not an announcer in the booth during that Mariners-Angels game? A, Jim Palmer, B, Dick Vitale, C, Al Michaels, or D, Joyce Brothers? Who was not?
Man, I felt like the first three were all in there. And I hate to make you repeat it. I know Jim Palmer's in there. I do not believe that Dick Vitale is in there.
That is incorrect. Al Michaels was the one not in
Al
there.
Michaels, yeah.
You knew that, Oliver?
Oh, Naked Gun is one of my favorites.
I was conflating that and basketball, I think.
Yes, okay. Anytime you conflate, that's a problem. That's a problem.
I don't even know what that means.
It sounded important. All right, Oliver. Wow, he's got an 11-9 lead here. These are still worth 3 before we wrap up and head to the exciting final round. Joe's sweating it out here. All right, here we go, Oliver. Mike Tyson makes a cameo in the hit comedy The Hangover. What song does Tyson famously play on the air drums? What does he play to? A, Tom Sawyer by Rush. B, In the Air Tonight by Phil Collins. We Will Rock You by Queen. Or Old Town Road by Lil Nas X. Hear that, Joe? Lil Nas X.
I think it's B.
And that is correct. All right.
Yes!
Very good. Moving out to the final lead. I think we have Joe Buck headed to the bullpen.
Yeah.
Look, he's putting his Emmys up that he got.
I can hear you.
Oh, okay, that's all right. You're just redecorating. But Joe, those don't help you right now.
That means nothing. That means nothing right now. That means nothing.
That was the easiest question you could ever ask a human being.
Just
6.
You're going to have an easy one, too, before we wrap this up, Joe. Here you go. This is a chance to get within 1. The 80s sitcom Webster starred which former Detroit Lions defensive lineman? A, Merlin Olsen, B, Alex Karras, C, Fred Dreyer, or D, Emmanuel Lewis?
Beautiful Alex Karras.
Yeah, there you go. All right. Remember, he also
Mongo.
He was Mongo too, but Alex Karras is the correct answer. All right, we got a little drama. It's a close game here now. It's 14-12, but Oliver has the lead as we head to our final round. You're never out of it because it's him or it's you. You'll have a choice of a question, whether it's multiple choice about your opponents or a single answer about yourself. That's coming up to finally determine a winner with Joe Buck, Oliver Hudson, Chris Myers, and you on Fox Sports, The Home Game. Time for the exciting conclusion on Fox Sports, The Home Game. Joe Buck had the early lead, but Oliver Hudson has rallied to take a 14-12 advantage. So here's how the final segment works, and we got a big prize waiting for you guys. Joe, you're going to get the code first. It's worth 3 points and the lead, but you have to choose either a question about Oliver that's multiple choice or a question about yourself that is a single answer, no multiple choice. But either way, you get it right, you get 3, you take the lead. You could win if Oliver doesn't answer his question. You miss it, Joe, it's all over. So this is a big decision. Which way you want to go?
I'm going to go with multiple choice for Oliver's life.
Okay. All right, here's the question. All right, for the lead. In February, Oliver played a celebrity match on Tiger Woods' team at Riviera. Who was Oliver's playing partner? Was it A, Tiger Woods, B, Larry Fitzgerald, C, Chris Pratt, or D, Alex Rodriguez?
I'm going to say A-Rod because it's another person that a family member of his dated.
No, that is incorrect.
Yeah, boy.
Oliver Hudson is our winner because Joe took a shot at the end. It was Larry Fitzgerald was the answer. You want to tell us about that, Oliver, real quick, that golf event?
It was special for me. Tiger Woods, I've been a fan of his since forever, so I got to meet him, number one. I also shanked a 5-iron right in front of Woods, and he commented on it. So it was a bittersweet day for me, really.
Yeah, you teamed up with Fitzgerald, and you guys lost to Josh Duhamel and Kelly Slater. But it was Tiger's team that won the event.
We won the event. Yeah, we won the event, and it was actually funny how competitive everyone actually was. I mean, it was real. You think this is just for fun? It's a 6-hole match, but everyone was hyper competitive. So
just like this today. And Joe, I know you're disappointed, but you do have all those Emmys. So thanks for competing.
Those don't mean anything right now. They mean nothing.
All right, but so your prize, because it's the home game, and we have to give a prize. We're on a limited budget from our home. So this is the Chia Pet.
Joe is jealous of that guy's hair for sure.
I am, and I kind of feel like that's a shot at me. But okay, that's fine.
No, that was not a shot at you.
That's a hair shot, Myers.
You know what? Listen, you guys. I'm gonna donate my gift to Joe because maybe that green, afro will look better on his head.
You kid because you care. Well, thanks for playing along and for being a good sport. Good luck with the podcast. Joe Buck, Oliver Hudson. Check it out whenever you can. And your winner, Oliver Hudson, coming from behind despite all of Joe's Emmys and my hair. Thanks for watching. And please tune in next time. We'll see you next week. See who the contestants will be on Fox Sports, The Home Game.